Hi there, I'm Kristen, into the Light Healing and Bodywork. This yoga practice is designed for a person lying in bed. Basic exercises to help mobilize and strengthen and get things moving. So if you're ready, let's get started. We are going to begin today lying on our backs. And feel free to have the knees bent or straight, whatever's more comfortable for you in this moment. We want to be aware of our bellies and taking nice full breaths. And notice when you take a breath if you are breathing more into your belly or into your lungs. And for the purposes of this video, we want to maybe try breathing a little bit more into the belly to engage the abdominals. So as we breathe in, the belly is going to fill up with air and expand. And then as we breathe out, we're going to squeeze those abdominal muscles a little bit. It's a great opportunity to add some called ujjayi breathing, so some constricting of the throat while breathing out. It's almost like making a ha sound, but with your mouth closed. Now, if you haven't been moving around very much, if you've been sick or unable to move, it might be a good opportunity here to try to expand the ribs a little bit. So try breathing into first the top of the ribs, lifting the chest. And then try breathing into the bottom of the ribs, filling up the lungs. And then maybe even trying out breathing into the sides of the lungs and the ribs. See how much expansion you can get. A lot of times when we're not active, things get stagnant in the lungs. So it's important to use full breath to help counter any potential unwanted side effects. Whatever breathing feels right for now, whether that's practicing in the lungs or getting the belly to squeeze a little bit more. Maybe come back now to engaging the abdominals and maybe even adding another piece to it. So instead of, in addition to just tightening the abdominals, let's think about scooping that belly button in and up towards the rib cage. That might create a little bit of a motion through the pelvis, a little rock, and it might not. Keep practicing scooping that belly button in and up. One more time. And then we're going to bend both knees, if they're not already bent. And take the heel of the hand and press the hands into the tops of the thighs. Tighten the abdominals here with the exhale. Maybe even try continuing the hold as you breathe in and out. Taking a break whenever you need to. Let's try again. This time we're going to bring the hands a little bit higher. And in order to press, we're going to have to lift our heads. So as we breathe out, tight tummy, scoop the belly button in and up. Chin comes to chest, tucking the chin towards the throat first, and then press into the thighs. If it helps you to count while you're holding, do that. If you need to count something, maybe try counting the amount of time that you're breathing in, and try to match the breathing out to be the same count. Let's lower down. All right. Highest one here. We're going to tuck the chin to the throat, lift the head up above the chest, slide the hands up closer to the knees, and press the hands into the thighs. Sometimes it's enough to just have your head up. And let's lower down. Awesome. So the next one we're going to do, we're going to cross the right hand to the left knee, left thigh, or knee, wherever you can reach. And then as we exhale, we're going to tuck the chin to the throat and then lift the head up to the chest and reach that right hand to the outside of the left knee. And then we're going to come back down. Left hand is going to go to the right thigh, tuck the chin, lift the head, breathe out, and reach that right hand to the left knee. Did I say that right? Left hand to the right knee, and then lower down. Switching sides, right hand to the left thigh, tuck the chin, lift the head, slide that hand up towards the left knee, and lower down. Continue to flow with your breath here. If I'm going too slow, go ahead without me. Tuck the chin, lift the head, reach towards the right, and lower down. Let's do one more on each side. Right hand to left thigh, tuck the chin, lift the head, reach to the outer left thigh and knee, lower down. Left hand comes to the right thigh, tuck the chin, lift the head, reach to the outer right knee, and lower down for a break. Make sure you're allowing your neck to relax as well. That was just working too. Let's straighten out the left leg. And get your pelvis kind of positioned so that you feel level. Then we're going to reach out with the left toes towards the end of the bed. Tighten that belly, scoop it in and up towards the rib cage, and then we're going to lift the leg just an inch or two above the bed, and we're going to let it hover, and we're going to hold it here, stretching out with the toes towards the end of the bed. Abdominals are engaged here. That belly button is scooped in and up. There shouldn't be pain here, so if there's pain, you need to make an adjustment. If you need a little bit more challenge with this one, you can try making circles with the legs, small circles to start. And we need to make sure we're keeping the pelvis and the right bent knee stable. So if you start to be kind of wobbly and you're doing circles, I think it's time to go back and try just doing the stationary leg hover. All right, let's lower down. And we're going to switch. So slide that left heel up, straighten the right one down, point through the toes, engage the abdominals, belly button scoops in and up, and then we're going to lift that leg an inch or two off of the bed. Really reach out through those toes, but the abdominals are keeping you nice and anchored towards the bed here. So we have an option while we're in this one. again, to do the circles, little circles, if you are able to keep your pelvis and your left leg stationary. Or if you'd like for this one, we can bend the elbows here, pointing the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Press the elbows down into the bed, and the arms press into the bed as well. Keep going here. Keep breathing. If you need to take a break at any time, you may do so, but try to jump back in if there's still time. Tight tummy, don't let those abs release. Keep breathing. All right, let's bend the right knee and plant the foot beside the left. Keep the arms pressing down into the bed. Elbows are bent and fingers pointing at the ceiling. We're next going to do a bridge. So let's press the back of the head straight back into the floor or the bed, and then we're going to lift the pelvis up and then lower down. Keep bending the elbows and pressing the arms into the bed as you press the back of the head into the bed and lift the pelvis up. Awesome. If this feels easy, you can lift the toes and just be on your heels, pressing the head and the arms into the bed and the heels as well as you lift and lower. And maybe even, if you're feeling strong, holding the bridge at the top. So as we're holding the bridge, the toes are lifted towards the knee, the heels are digging into the ground, and maybe even pushing away from the body a little bit. That engages the quadricep muscles in the front of the thighs. We're squeezing the buns here, keeping the pelvis level. We're pressing the arms down into the bed, and we're pressing the head, the back of the head, into the bed. It's a lot of stuff going on at once. It's okay if you need to take a break. And breathe. Don't forget about that one. That's really important. And let's lower down. Let the arms go to your sides. And then we're going to straighten out the legs. Now bring the legs really, really close together. Kind of squeeze them together even. And point the toes as if you're pushing on a gas pedal down there. So we're squeezing the legs together. We're pushing down on the gas pedal. Now squeeze the buns. Squeeze all of that together. Squeeze it and hold it. Squeeze the feet together, the knees, the thighs. Squeeze them together. And then squeeze the buns and push on the gas. Awesome. Release that one. We're going to add the arms to that one. So, starting by squeezing the legs together, pushing on the gas, squeeze the buns. Let's bend the elbows so that the hands come to the shoulder. And then let's try just moving our elbows in little circles here. So we're going to go up and out to the side, alternating right and left, up and out to the side. Keep squeezing those glutes, squeeze those thighs together, squeeze the feet together, and push on the gas. It's a lot to think about all at once. And then, if you are able, let's straighten out the arm to move the arm in the circles. So if you are able, everything squeezed and not let the arms touch the bed as they are going in circles here. That is the goal. Maybe we can even add a head turn. So as my left arm is coming up, I'm going to turn my head and look at that hand. And as my right hand is going up, down, turn my head and look at that hand. Left, Right, keeping the legs squeezed. This is totally brain work too. You're working on coordination. And release everything out. Wow. If you stuck in here that whole time, I am so proud of you. That was a long time. Whew. Let everything rest, melting into the floor. Let's slide the right heel up towards the butt. And then take your hands behind the right thigh and stretch that right heel up towards the ceiling. See if you can get a knee that's kind of straight. Tight hamstrings are not fun, and it tightens up a lot of the body. So if we can just work on stretching those just a little bit, it'll be good for the body. You can also take like a belt or something and put it around your foot to hold on up there, and that way you might be able to get the knee a little bit straighter, pushing against something at the foot instead of at the thigh. Let's bend the knee, bring it down, and then we'll bend up the left. So starting here, we want a moderate to strong stretch. We don't want to hurt our tissues. We don't want to cause a strain or anything. So if your knee needs to be bent for a little while, just let it be bent and keep stretching. Keep reaching the heel towards the ceiling. Maybe using that strap if that worked well. Allow yourself the time to let your body ease into the stretch, to ease into a new motion. All right, let's go ahead and bend the left knee, and then we're going to roll onto the right side. So arms can go up. Sometimes it's a little easier if you have the, for rolling onto the right, the left knee bent. You can push into that foot and get yourself onto your side. Hand can be underneath the head, and knees are going to be bent and stacked. Hips are stacked, ankles are stacked. From here, we're going to keep the ankles glued together as we lift just the left knee. So keep the hips stacked here. Doesn't matter how high you get that knee up, as long as you are getting those muscles working, and you should feel it like right through here. So we're going to do several of these clams. Feel free to pull that belly button in and up, always using some abdominal engagement. And I'm not counting, but you might want to count so you can do the even amount on the other side. I'm listening to my body, and when it feels like that's enough burn, that's when I'm going to switch. When you've had enough, let's make our way back onto our backs. And then we're going to keep the left knee bent, straighten out the right. Toes point up towards the ceiling. Make sure your toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. Squeeze just the right butt muscle. Press the back of the right knee down into the bed and the right ankle down into the bed. We're squeezing all of this whole lower extremity straight down and holding. Squeeze and hold. Just the right glute, just the right back of the knee, just the right ankle. Try to keep the head and upper body relaxed while you're doing this. And then relax. Bend the right knee, straighten the left. We're going to squeeze just the left glute, the butt muscle. Press the back of the left knee and the left heel down into the floor or the bed. Squeeze, 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 pressing, 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 relaxing through the upper body. One big squeeze and then release. Whew. Okay, then we're going to, you can keep that leg straight if you want to have your help rolling to the side here, rolling onto the left. And we're going to repeat those clams. Hips are stacked, ankles are together. Lift that right knee and lower down. A lot of times the tendency here is to let that top hip kind of fall backwards. Try to prevent that from happening by being very aware of that hip and maybe even making it feel like it's a little bit forward. Okay, let's roll onto our stomachs, if that's available to you. If not, you might want to fast forward. So what we're going to do is bring our arms out in a T, and then bend the knees. Press the forehead onto the bed. Maybe like 20% contraction, just a slight press through the forehead. And then we're going to let the feet drop, left and right. Just kind of windshield wipering the feet. Good. Then we're going to bring the arms up a little bit higher, and we're going to alternate kicking the bed, actually. So I want you to really try to put some power into this without hurting yourself, without hurting your feet, but really just go, really let that foot hit the bed. Press your head, forehead down into the bed. I stopped it that time. We're not just letting gravity fall, let your leg fall here. We're controlling it and we're pushing it. We're doing a little extra. All right, last one. Great. And then we're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders here, and then use the back muscles to lengthen the spine. So crown of the head goes away from the tailbone. Press the pubic bone down into the bed. Engage the abdominal muscles. Lift using the back muscles, bringing the head to look forward. Chest shines forward. Long spine here. And then we're going to alternate bending the knees, this time with slow control. Your little bit of support here from your hands, just a little bit. We're not putting a lot of pressure through those hands, but it can help you stay up. See if you are keeping your heel tracking over top of the thigh. If you notice your legs are kind of going all over the place, but you're still bending, that's not really accomplishing what we're looking for with this exercise. We want the heels to be in line with the thighs. And then release down. For the last one here, we're going to bring the arms down alongside the thighs. And then we're going to press the forehead into the bed. Press the pubic bone into the bed and engage the abdominal muscles. Then we're going to lift the arms and the legs just a little bit. Lift, 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 squeezing the back muscles, maybe even bringing those thighs together so that your big toes touch. Squeezing, 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 and then lower down. Very good. Okay, we're going to roll all the way back onto our backs. With knees bent. Then we're going to take and cross the left knee over top of the right. And then arms can go, oh no, arms don't go. So we're going to roll onto the right side with that left knee bent over the right. I suppose if you want to put your arm up underneath your head for some support, that would probably feel good. So the left inner knee is contacting the ground, and we want to keep it there, or the bed, and we want to keep the hips stacked. We are going to open that left arm up and out to the side. Keep abdominals engaged here, and we're not really looking for much rotation here. We're just kind of trying to stretch out that upper arm, armpit, chest area, and also getting some stretch through the IT band. So find the right spot for your body in this moment. Staying kind of stacked onto the right side there. This is knee down, spinal rotation. And if your arm doesn't want to move like this, then don't move it. Just hold it still in that one spot that feels right. And then when you're ready, you've had enough stretch, we're going to bring it to the other side by rolling onto our backs, crossing the right knee over the left, then rolling onto the left side. Right inside of the knee is in contact with the ground and stays there. Keep the hips stacked. Right arm goes up and back and around. Unless I find a spot that I really want to stretch, then I'm just going to hold it. And I encourage you to do the same. Feeling the stretch through the IT band, through the side body, armpit, chest, and even into the arm, forearm, and hand. And when you've had enough stretch, bring your hand back. Roll onto your back. Lengthen out the legs. Let your arms relax beside you. And let the feet fall out to the sides. Let go of all the muscles holding any tension. Notice where you felt the burn, where you felt your muscles working for you. And maybe offer some gratitude for being able to move at all. This is where I'll leave you today. The light and spirit in me honors and appreciates the light and spirit in you. Let peace be with you.